The event is being co-hosted by two members of the Parliament, so I'd like to introduce our co-hosts. Our first to welcome us all here tonight is the Honourable Stephen Kamper, MP. Stephen Kamper, come on up.
Well, thank you, James, and it's wonderful to be here tonight, the 15th occasion we're having this event here in Parliament. I'd like to start by acknowledging the traditional owners of this land, the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, and pay tribute to their elders past and present. I acknowledge thank Leanne for acknowledgement of country. It was wonderful. And let me begin by acknowledging my co-host this evening, Mr. Ahmed Polat, or Kaz as he's known best to all of us here, Executive Director of Affinity Intercultural Foundation, and my colleague, the Shadow Minister for Mark Curray, MP. And let me now welcome our distinguished guests, the Honourable Chris Minns, the Premier of New South Wales, his first event as Premier. Can we give him a round of applause, please? Thank you. And the Honourable Sophie Kotsis, the Minister for Industrial Relations, Work, Health and Safety, the Honourable Mark Speakman, the Leader of the New South Wales Opposition, and my parliamentary colleagues from both houses and from both sides of politics, which is important to reinforce from both sides. And welcome to the many members of the diplomatic community and the representatives of Argentina, Bangladesh, Chile, El Salvador, India, Indonesia, Japan, Malaysia, Mauritius, New Zealand, Saudi Arabia, Thailand, Vanuatu and Vietnam. Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. Tonight we come together to honour one of the world's great religious traditions, the sharing of a meal at the end of a day's fast during the holy month of Ramadan. It is a tradition observed by more than 350,000 Muslims in New South Wales, alongside more than 2 billion Muslims worldwide. It is a tradition that takes us back more than 15 centuries to the time of the Prophet Muhammad. The Sunnah tells us the Prophet broke his fast by eating 3 dates, an act which Muslims and non-Muslims will emulate here tonight. While sharing a meal is a simple gesture, it has a far deeper meaning during Ramadan. Through the act of fasting, Muslims demonstrate their commitment to their faith. Through the self-sacrifice of fasting, Muslims show their empathy for people in need of our charity. And through the discipline of fasting, Muslims are reminded to put their family and community ahead of themselves. Faith, charity, family and community. These are the values shared by Australians of all backgrounds. It is these common values that form the bedrock of our successful multicultural society in New South Wales. And it is these common values, our shared humanity, that we must rely on now and in the future to keep our society connected and cohesive. Friends, this is the 15th, as I said earlier, the 15th annual Friendship and Dialogue Iftar dinner in the New South Wales Parliament, and I congratulate Affinity on that milestone. In previous years, these Iftar dinners have been an occasion for celebration by and for the Muslim community in New South Wales. But this year's different. This year's not a year. It's not a year for celebration. Muslims are coming together with a heavy heart, deeply mourning the loss of innocent lives in the Middle East. And I want to acknowledge that pain and the pain of the other faiths as communities have suffered loss. And I also want to express my profound gratitude to each of you for choosing to be here tonight. It was really important that you're all here tonight. I know it's not easy, but by being here, you're showing just how important, how valuable our multicultural and multi-faith society is. I thank you for your commitment to ensuring New South Wales remains a place where people from different cultural, linguistic and religious backgrounds learn, work and live in harmony together. Let me conclude by thanking the Affinity Intercultural Foundation. Tonight embodies what Affinity stands for, fostering understanding and building bridges across cultures and communities. As we share a meal together tonight in the spirit of Ramadan, let us remember those less fortunate than ourselves, those who do not have enough to eat or a safe place to call home. Thank you for being part of this special evening. Ramadan Kareem to all of you. Thank you.